of referring to Osprey. Agree with you.
Season kick. Now Osprey. Nigel, it's very easy for Osprey to be fixated on Swerve Strickland, fixated not only on the tournament finals coming up this Sunday, but also the stakes. Thinking ahead to Wembley Stadium, something that all British children grow up. I mean, it is something that is embedded in the head. And for the fact that Will Ospreay could be challenging for the AEW World Championship at the Cathedral of Football, at the most famous arena, the most famous stadium in Europe, perhaps one of the most famous in the world, as Ospreay covers, that's got to be huge.
Got to be huge, yeah, and he has to go through Swerve to get that opportunity. No Englishman has ever won a world title in England, and so the opportunity has got to be really salacious for Ospreay. But he cannot look ahead with a long-time rival like ELP.
And Tony, we got to look at just how well those two men know each other. Ospreay narrowly avoiding that thrust kick from ELP.
Yeah, you bring up a great point about Ospreay trying to be the first Englishman to win a world title in England, but listen, you can't overlook ELP like we talked about. Look at
and Ospreay.
Oh man!
Of course, before joining the AEW roster, he was a member of the New Japan Pro Wrestling roster, both in the junior heavyweight and the heavyweight division, holding multiple championships. And so a victory over Ospreay not only would help ELP's stock on a global scale, but specifically it would help him in the ascent in New Japan Pro Wrestling. As speaking of ascent, look at the footwork of ELP and Ospreay, though. ELP caught unawares by that one as Ospreay sprung to his feet. And now the aerial assassin could be poised to take flight.
We talked about a different edge of Will Ospreay. You're seeing it right now, and unexpectedly, ELP is feeling it.
Ospreay over the top, poking a little fun at himself at how he kicked off the broadcast, but Ospreay seeming very steady on his feet right now, Nigel.
A smile on the face of this likely lad from Essex. Very amenable personality outside of the ring, but as we had mentioned earlier, the influence of Jon Moxley has certainly been seen, if for no other reason than his ability to defeat people with submissions now, as well as the high-impact moves that he was known for.
Yeah, that death ground from Will Ospreay has become a very potent part of his arsenal as ELP showing off his Daredevil styling tonight on Dynamite as this battle between Ospreay and ELP continues. Don't go anywhere.
Are your clothes just surviving when they could be thriving? Persil's new Triple Care formula fights against fading, reduces pilling.
Adam. Walking in the sunshine, sang a little sunshine song.
Off for adults and kids. Fragrance-free and non-greasy. Mosquito and tick repellent, you both can agree on.
SC Johnson.
On July 4th.
Some real fireworks.
And it's over!
We'll be in the ring.
One night, 2 world titles on the line. The fight is on. July 4th at 7 on TNT, True TV, and stream on DAZN.
The Forbidden Door is open a bit early here on AEW Dynamite. ELP of New Japan Pro Wrestling taking on Will Ospreay. These two longtime rivals, Nigel, very evenly matched ahead of the Owen Hart Finals coming up this Sunday live on pay-per-view.
It has certainly been tit for tat as Ospreay has gone back and forth with this long seasoned rival. El Phantasmo, as he sometimes has gone by. Well, first man to win back-to-back Super J Cups. Watch out!
Ospreay coming over with a corkscrew kick. And now Ospreay into a pinning predicament. Hooks the leg. 2. ELP able to kick out. And as we mentioned, part of our triple main event this Sunday at Forbidden Door. Will Ospreay, Swerve Strickland one-on-one in the 2026 Owen Hart Foundation Men's Tournament Final. The winner will earn a shot at the AEW World Championship at All in London. And we have a huge week of programming for you. Not only Dynamite tonight, but Collision this Saturday, 8/7 Central on TNT, HBO Max. Followed immediately by the countdown to Forbidden Door. Then, Ospreay stunned our millionaire. Nice counter by Ospreay, but ELP, he was ready for it. And hits a stunner of his own. again, just speaks to the knowledge, the history these two men have with one another.
Yeah, and not only that, speaks to what ELP can do in the ring. He's been sensational this match, gentlemen.
Certainly providing some flashy, innovative offense that has got Ospreay having to dig deep.
Of course, Forbidden Door takes place this Sunday, 8 Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, on pay-per-view on HBO Max. And immediately preceding that will be the buy-in for Forbidden Door. We will see Divine Dominion, the AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions, put their titles on the line against Thunder Rosa and Olympia from CMLL. A big-time, high-stakes international matchup, all that, so much more part of the buy-in. But right now, Ospreay and ELP teeing off on one another.
Oh, knockout! Wow! A thunderous forearm from Will Ospreay. Not electing to try for a pinfall attempt.
You know, these are the weeks you were talking about Excalibur, the buy-in and the Forbidden Door. Of course, the day before, Collision takes the air on TNT, followed by the countdown to Forbidden Door. These are the weeks that shows exactly what AEW is all about. The wrestling, the action, a whole week, starting tonight.
And a love letter to the industry, the sport of pro wrestling as a whole, thanks to our collaboration with CMLL, New Japan, Pro Wrestling, and Stardom. As Will Ospreay now getting the better of ELP.
Both men bringing the fight. And I don't think there was any doubt that those vicious palm strikes to the surgically repaired neck of Ospreay fired up the aerial assassin.
Wow. ELP plucks Ospreay out of midair, but Ospreay lands on his feet, standing switch. Nice counter. These two men almost telepathically able to anticipate the other's next move. Ospreay, the Spanish fly, the cover. 2. No, ELP able to kick out.
What a great match these two young men are having. I'm sure if you've seen them wrestle before, you're not surprised, but this is something else.
Yeah, if this is your
Seen
first
it
time.
before, you know what's coming. No!
No!
Hidden blade counter by ELP. 2. Only had the one leg hook, but that was very nearly enough. Leaping in, the thrust kick, the leg hook. Ospreay able to kick out. You can see the frustration mounting on ELP, but then that crazed look in his eyes, that daredevil mindset. He wants to build on the momentum.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, ELP. No, had the arms captured, but Ospreay counters out, rolls through. High stack. Brings him up. Styles clash from Ospreay.
And he's going to go up top. I didn't know. He's going for the hidden blade.
Ospreay lines him up. Hidden blade.